guys, welcome back to another episode of Beyond The Vowz. It's your girl LaFlower.
And your guy Marcus.
Oh my goodness. Guys, we are super excited that you have tuned into another episode of Beyond The Vowz because tonight's episode is going to be so awesome. Tonight we're going to be talking about our major topic tonight. Of course, we're going to be talking about sex expectations, how you come to bed. And we're also, of course, later on, we're going to have our second segment of the show, you know, our Let's Talk Tonight, where we pull a debate card and we talk about whatever, you know, is going down on there. So first of all, let me just ask my baby, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Super blessed today. We had a very emotional packed weekend. You know, not only did we have like the 9/11, remembrance 20 years later, which was a significant tragedy that happened in our country's history, but right. You know, we also had some family things going on that was quite emotional.
We had an amazing homegoing service for one of our beloved brothers.
For sure. So it was cool, very emotional,
right?
You know, but I'm glad to be here on Beyond The Vowz with this beautiful lady. And can y'all see, man, she got this dress on. I feel like, excuse my French, I feel like the basic B. Have you ever gone somewhere where they tell you like, hey man, hey, just come as you are, bro. It's not gonna be nothing formal, nothing fancy. Anybody be you like cool. You just throw your little shirt and your little pants on, and you go up in that thing. Everybody got on their evening dress, got on their, as my wife said, her cocktail dress. Boys in there with the bow tie and everything with the jackets on, and you just like, I feel like the basic be up here.
Oh my goodness! Well, you were too.
My wife is wearing this blue, bro.
Thank you.
She's wearing this blue.
Thank you, Daddy. I didn't wear no makeup tonight, guys, but it's all good. I just want it to be natural and beautiful because we're talking about how you come to bed, and we know that we don't. Well, most of us don't go to bed with makeup on, right? But thank you, Daddy. You look amazing.
First of all, I also want to say, hey, please follow us, like and subscribe on Stunner Radio. We also on Facebook. We have IG. We're on most of your podcast platforms. So please like and subscribe and follow us for some amazing content. Like I said, we're going to have some awesome guests coming up soon. We got some great content and stuff like that.
Yeah, we pumping it out for y'all. But we've been talking about sex expectations, right, babe?
All right. We're going to jump right into that.
No, I'm just saying, we've been talking about sex expectations, and it seems like y'all want to hear about the different levels or the different aspects of sex expectations. So that's why we're continuing it and bringing on this this part of how you come to bed. Because we know that's major when it comes to relationships. But if you have not liked and subscribed, guys, definitely do that. If you have not shared this broadcast, because I know you peeping in, I know you watching in.
Don't be stingy. Share this.
Right. Share the knowledge. Share the knowledge, y'all. So definitely share this because we got some good stuff coming up tonight as we dive into sex expectations. Because I think that sometimes, especially when you are sometimes we just don't want to have those conversations.
Yeah, because it's uncomfortable. It makes people uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you start talking about sex in the bedroom and love making and all that kind of stuff. It tends to be kind of a taboo conversation for some.
Right.
You know, but for most, they like, hey, you know, teach me something. I need to learn something. I need it spicy. Get that fire back. Can Stella and Tyrone get their groove back?
What? You are something else. I tell you. But definitely share this broadcast today. Help somebody out. It may be some couples out there who want to talk about, sex expectations in the bedroom, but they don't know how. So for all my saints out there, y'all know. Y'all already know what it is. Don't come for us. But let's talk about what we drinking tonight before we jump in.
Oh, yeah.
So tell them what you got, babe.
But I have no idea. What
this is your Stella Rosa, the non-alcoholic one.
Oh yeah, my non-alcoholic Stella Rosa. This is.
He loves this stuff, y'all. He loves it. And you can get it at most of your stores. We get it from like Specs or Total Wine, stuff like that. For me, I'm drinking a Texas winery. I believe it's pronounced Llano. It's Llano, and it's just a nice sweet red blend. Now, guys, please remember, if drinking is your vice, please don't do that. But if you spending some quality time with your boo thing,
or get the non-alcoholic one
with your main thing, exactly. It's okay. It's okay if that's what y'all do to help bond and create that, and just spend some quality time together. Or like Marcus said, get the non-alcoholic one.
I'm gonna give y'all a little tea because my wife likes to get litty with the drink when it's time to, you know what I'm saying?
No, I do not.
Oh yes, she does.
What does that mean?
Modest.
What does that mean?
I like let's get right into it. You gotta have some people that needs an actual aid. You know how they say that liquid courage, but in a positive way to help them set the mood and get into the mood, get the blood flowing, get the juices flowing and stuff.
Are you talking about for the podcast? Are you talking about sex?
I'm talking about sex expectations. And we jumping right into that thing. Like some people feel, and there's nothing wrong with that they need a little wine, a little drink, a little cognac, a little hen dog, whatever their little choice is to go ahead and get them juices flowing. And this one right here is one of them. Where it's like she like to pour up a little something to get herself in the mood and blah blah blah, and that's cool.
Well, I would say this because, and we're gonna have sex expectations, foreplay, and I know we talked about that a little bit, right? But for me, because I'm a mom and a wife and just so many things going on, sometimes yes, I like to have a nice nightcap to help settle me down so that I can focus solely on my spouse, so I can focus on the conversations that we're having, so I can focus and really just hone in. And when I do that, it helps me just stop my wheels from constantly turning. Like my husband knows like what happens when my wheels be turning back.
When your wheels be turning?
Yeah, when I'm constantly thinking about stuff and
you there, but you're not there. You know what I'm saying? It's like her attention, her mind is somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Her body might be present, but the mind is focused on an email or a phone call she got to do or a meeting she got to attend. Definitely something with the kids. That's nonstop. So, definitely want to be focused on your spouse and what you're about to get into and partake of in the moment. So, if we're going to talk about sex expectations, should we start from the beginning? Like, how does this...
No, we're strictly talking about the bedroom tonight.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, when we go into the bedroom, like, how... You know what I'm saying, from the beginning, how is this whole thing set up?
Well, I would say this, guys. When it comes to sex expectations and when it comes to how you come to bed, I think that for women and men, y'all let me know, because my husband is very particular on how he comes to bed. So I think I low-key got lucky, with the type of husband that I have now compared to others. Because he's very intentional on how he comes to bed. He always smells so scrumptious, y'all. And so that's a part of setting those expectations. It's like you want your spouse to smell good even when they're coming to bed, right? Not when you...
Hold on. Let me tell y'all something. This is just a tidbit of information for both the ladies and men, particularly my brothers. Smell is a huge thing when it comes to women and getting into the mood.
Right. You
pick the right cologne, the right body wash, even the right soap can make things happen.
Sure can.
But for me, I'm a cologne connoisseur. I have multiple colognes for different settings, different environments. I pay attention to stuff like that. I have my evening colognes. And typically, guys, when you have your colognes that are more like your dark, noir, in the title, those are your night scents, your evening scents, and you definitely want to have that on, lace, ready to go. You do your nice little even, the necks here on the thing. You don't want to be too much. You want to drown it out, but you definitely want to smell the part. So especially for the ladies. I didn't hook my wife up with some perfumes that I like, and that's another thing. If you like stuff, help your spouse out on that. If there's a particular cologne, ladies, that you like, that your husband wears, tell them, hey, bro, you need to have this on. Same thing for you fellas. Like, hey, if there's a particular perfume that you like, tell you what, like, hey, baby, I got you a bottle. Just out of blue.
Y'all, he will just come into my office and be like, babe, I ordered this for you. Or he will, it's just so, it's so awesome. And I appreciate that. And 9 times, I would say 9 times out of 10, I like the scents as well. I like the scents as well that he picks out for me, and I'm definitely going to try them out. He wants to see that I'm wearing those, not just in the bedroom, but, you know, just throughout my day. It really gives him, you know, really it shows appreciation for the gift that he got. But guys, when it comes to how you come to bed, it is vital that for us that you take a shower or a bath, that you are clean before you come to bed. I know it's funny, and you know, it really it shouldn't have to be stated, but come on, y'all, please take a shower before y'all go to bed. Please.
No, it has to be stated. Even in 2021, with grown ass people, you would think at this point, showering is essential to sex expectation and the little play that's got to go on. But some people don't. They fail to realize, they feel like natural body scent is just, they just gonna rock that. Right. And you know, that's not always a good, you know.
And we know this is not for everybody. So if you enjoy the natural BO, then hey, that's your life, baby. Do what you do. But for the majority of us, right, it is vital that you wash the day away before you get in your bed or go into your, you know, your boudoir, all of that, before you do all of that.
Wash your ass. Appreciate you. Thank
really,
you.
Tiffany?
Thank you. Wash your ass. Hey, we all grown. We gonna keep it a buck with you. Wash your ass. My thing is like this. You come home from work. You come home. You done got, I always tell my wife, she got
don't even say it.
You got everything that you did plus on your body,
right,
coming in the door. And then, you know, you're gonna deal with your kids, you're gonna cook, you're gonna do what you gotta do on your daily activities. But then when it's time for the kids to go to sleep, the house is quiet.
Take a shower, guys. Take a bath. Clean yourself up.
Soap up, lube up, get that loofah. Let's get that body wash. Let's get it going. And sometimes, I'm gonna even tell you, if you can get a 2-for-1 in the shower. That is
we talking about this boy. Okay, and guys, mind you, this is me. He's talking about shower play on. Okay, this is on. Okay, guys. So this is my personal belief. Okay, I believe that showers are great, but sometimes with the world that we live in, all the toxins, sometimes you need a bath. Sometimes you may need to soak a little bit. Right?
They saturated in filth. Nah, you need to go.
I'm just saying, sometimes you may have to soak a little bit, you know, just to get the dirt and stuff off of you. Because you know, y'all know the how you check your ankles, and if you rub your ankles and it's still a little bit of stuff coming, baby. Maybe
they're not washing the ankles. They're missing the ankles.
No, I'm just saying, because showers are so easy for us right now. It's so easy to jump in the shower, but it really doesn't do our bodies, you know, justice when it comes to really, really deep cleaning your body. Sometimes we need to soak in a tub, and you're right, Lisa. It is therapeutic. I love lighting candles and music and doing all, and I need to do it more often because I really enjoy it. But because life is moving so quick, you know, running a bath and, you know, all of that, the aromatherapy that goes involved. Really, Tiffany, soak your, she said soak your, but it is important, guys. Okay, so now we've taken a shower. We are all cleaning it, guys. We are talking about sex expectations, but how you come to bed. Please don't come to bed dirty in your sheets. Because then your sheets all dirty. You know, it's just a big mess, right?
Right. I mean, that's already starts when we said take a shower. Don't want. I have a thing that I learned a long time ago. I learned this from my grandmother. It's like I don't play with my bed. I don't sit in my bed, lay in my bed, especially if I'm funky or I'm like dirty. I've been outside. That's just a thing I can't do. Right. So it's like I literally, just by nature, just off the rip, I gotta go take a shower before I get in my bed. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's sacred to me. That's where I lay. That's where me and my wife, we experience, do our thing. I want to keep that sacred, safe, and clean. Right. So that's just how I do.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So guys, next we want to now guys, this is huge for my husband. And
well, you know what? Before we get into what about those I was gonna get into like what about the little quickies and stuff? We don't have time.
We talking about how you go to bed tonight. That's another episode.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting into the quickies and stuff.
No, my gosh, y'all. So tonight we're talking about expectations, how you come to bed. He jumping into a whole nother episode, y'all. But you're right, Tiffany. It is a sanctuary. It's like your bedroom is so sacred. That's why
sanctuary.
That's why we don't even try not to really argue in our bedroom, because I just don't want that energy in here. Like if we have a disagreement, let's take it somewhere else. Let's take it in the office. Let's even take it outside, so that energy cannot be trapped in our house or especially in our bedroom. Okay, like we may, like we have a disagreement, we texted like
and speaking of text, so we got to the point where this bedroom, like I said, y'all done, y'all came home from work, y'all cooked, clean, got the kids taken care of, they to bed, y'all getting ready. Prior to this, I'm glad she brought up text. Y'all should already be having conversations about what's going to happen tonight. I'm telling you, you need to go ahead and have them freaky deaky texts and phone calls like, girl, you know what I'm gonna do, but wait till my kids go to sleep. Boy, I'm gonna be, it's going on, it's going down. I hope you're ready. Did you take your vitamins? Did you take your vitamins today? Oh yeah.
And he's right, y'all, because it definitely helps you prepare and set that expectation. That
she'd be like, boy, stop.
So I was like, boy, you something else. So it really helps, right? So that you don't, okay, I have to save some of me. I can't become depleted with the kids, my job and everything. I have to save some of me for, my spouse, right? And so that's super important to kind of, set the expectations, set the mood before you even come to bed, right? Mm-hmm. So the next thing, guys, is going to be what do you wear coming to bed when you have those expectations, right? Because I know for my husband, it's like sometimes I come to bed looking like a straight dude, like t-shirts, like our old t-shirts, some shorts, like, undergarments not matching.
We understand, guys. We understand that on a day-to-day basis, you're going to be tired, exhausted. We're not exactly thinking you're going to come to bed every day like a Victoria's Secret model. I know that's not going to happen. But when we already been texting, getting the juices flowing, we going to say what we're going to do with each other, how it's going to happen, what it's going to look like. And even make suggestions of what you want. Like, it's like, girl, hey, remember I bought you that one last year on Valentine's Day, that red one with the snaps, with the zippers? I need that tonight. I need that tonight.
This guy, I tell you, my husband. But yes, guys, it's important. And you're right. Thanks for giving clarity on that, babe, because I know that sometimes and I'm going to say men, sometimes some men have, this picture in their minds that every night, every time you come to bed, you're going to look like that Victoria's Secret model, or you're going to look like, that you just stepped out of, some type of magazine. And that's just not realistic. That's just not realistic. But if that's what he wants tonight, like Marcus said, set those expectations. Send her a quick text message. Let her know, like, babe, this is what I'm in a mood for, to help prepare, to help her be ready, instead of you telling her after she already in bed and you like, well, I wish you would have wore this tonight. You didn't help her help you with setting those expectations in how she comes to bed. Now, I will tell you guys, there's an amazing company called Adore Me. Adore, which is Adore, and of course ME, and they have amazing nightwear. Marcus has gotten me some awesome pieces from there. I even got like this Halloween genie costume. It was awesome. He's and they have like a monthly subscription that you can subscribe to, and it's for all sizes. I love the fact, because y'all know I just popped out this seventh child to make our eighth child together, and I'm a little fluffy in certain areas. But I love Adore Me because they have a wide variety of stuff, from however you want your night to go. If you like going old school to 50 Shades of Grey, or you just, want a little baby doll thing, whatever you want, they have. So check out Adore Me. Like I said, you can even get on their monthly subscription, and you can just have stuff being shipped to your house so you don't even think about it. But you always have something ready to pull out. Like even this dress that I wore tonight, Mark is like, where'd that come from? I'm like, what has been in the closet? You always want, ladies, you always want something to just pull out on him.
On deck.
You always want something in the closet that's just ready, right? Because you want to make sure that that special time and how you come to bed, especially when those expectations has been set, that it's appeasing, that you smell good, you look good, all that types of stuff.
So I do want to add something to that. It's okay, guys. I know a lot of people have habit. I know we had this in the beginning, to assume your spouse knows what you like.
Right.
No, they don't. I'm gonna be honest. Unless they're really paying attention to what you've been saying, the little hints and stuff like that, they're not really going to know. Especially for the men, we're not like that. We're very visual. You got to show us. You got to tell us what you want, what you like. So I'm just telling, it's okay when y'all out and about, say, hey, I really like this red, or I like this pink, or fellas, it's like, baby, I like this type of panty. I like this thong, or I like the cheeky, or I like this. This is the type of bra I want. Or shorts. This like this. I like sequins. I like see-through. Or I like leather, latex, whips, chains, handcuff. You feel me?
Whatever it is, like.
Talk about it. Don't keep it a secret from your spouse. Like, what's the point? Y'all both supposed to enjoy this, be open, be willing to talk and share. Don't assume. That's the worst thing people do. They assume that, oh, you should know what I like.
No, because we change, we evolve, right? So that's all about sex expectations, is helping set the expectations for your bedroom, for how you guys are coming to bed together. It's so important. And like Marcus will be like, come on, let's go to Victoria's Secret. Let's go get you some new stuff.
Bro,
like
I'm always in. Every time we go to the mall, I'm like, hey, let's slide in Vicky Secretions and see what she's talking about.
I can't with you messing up that name. But, and he was like, low-key, he was upset when we went to the mall last weekend and they hadn't opened yet. Like the doors were still
tripping.
The doors,
yeah, I'm at the opening zones.
The doors were still locked, and I'm like, I don't need anything. Like, I need to purge. He's like, nah, you need some more.
We got some marriages to save. Yeah, but the openings though.
Oh my gosh. So yes, guys, and it's really not that ladies. It's so not expensive to find, you know, some visually appealing things to come to bed in, right? It's really not. We just have to put forth a little bit of effort. Like you can go to Rainbow, you can go to, you know, all types of little stores to find something. Like if Adore Me or Victoria's Secret isn't, you know, within your budget, because, you know, that sometimes it's not even in my budget. But I want to make sure that I always have something. Or here's a pro tip, guys: wear an A shirt to bed. Wear one of his A shirts to bed. It is amazing. It still gives you, you know, you're visually appealing. It, you know, it how it falls on your body. You get a little peekaboo stuff on the side. So wear some A shirts.
Hey, that's another tip. Wear some of his stuff, some of his shirts, some of the stuff that it kind of low key turns men on when they see their wives. Not saying dressing like a dude. That's not what I'm saying. Or she got his jersey on, or she got like the A shirt is basically the undershirt that has the straps. It's a tank top, but it's an undershirt, white. She got that on, or like one of your tight shirts. Like I have some shirts that I don't wear anymore. My wife will take them and she puts them on. I'm like, dang, that look totally different than on me.
So guys, it's really just about being intentional. Sometimes you can spend some money. Sometimes you don't even have to spend money. Ladies, for you to come to bed, you know, looking visually appealing to your spouse. Okay. Now, when we go to break, I'm going to grab one of my oil bottles. I'm about to give y'all the whole game really quick. The whole game, ladies, when it comes to you. Now you done took your shower, you done put something on, and now you want to make sure especially when you, you know, with setting those expectations, you want to make sure that you smell good no matter where he tries to smell you, no matter if he's hugging you in your neck, your legs, your back, no matter what. And so I'm pretty sure that you guys have seen those little oil bottles or perfume oils, you know, that you can purchase so many different places. Most of the time you can get them from like a beauty supply or things like that. I get mine from one particular place because I know the quality of the oil is super good. And so when you're putting this on, you put this in certain places. I put this on pretty much every night, okay, whether the expectations have been set or not, because I want to make sure that if my husband taps me over my shoulder in the middle of the night, that I smell great to him. And so one of the perfumes that he bought me, what is it, pink sugar? What was the pink one? I think it was like pink sugar or something like that. That's one of the oils that I like to get. And so after I get dressed to come to bed, I put and it's in like a little roller bottle. And guys, if you don't have one of these roller bottles, definitely get you one, because it's mixed with some awesome oil. Instead of just spraying, body spray or perfume on you, sometimes it'll fade away, especially if you're in the bed, because the smell will get on the sheets than on you. But you put it on your neck, on both sides of your neck, behind your neck. You put it down the middle of your chest. Okay, then you go down to your paradise parts, and you put it in the triangle there. You don't put it inside; you put it on the outside of the triangle, and then you put it on your ankles. Those are the spots that I put, and then of course the regular spots on your arm. So I just roll it in those quick spots every night, and no matter where my husband smells me, hugs me, I always smell good in those places. So that's another thing with setting those expectations and how you come to bed, especially for ladies. You want to be clean, you want to look good, and you want to smell good for your spouse. And let's talk about the hair, ladies. Let's talk about the hair. Let's talk about what we do with our heads when we come to bed. But tell us, how do men really feel? Because for us, I know for me, especially when I used to, get sew-ins and different units and stuff like that. I want to protect my investment. I want to protect the money that I spent. But tell us, how do men really view when we come to bed sometimes with our hair already wrapped up and all of that? What does that do?
I mean, it all depends. Like I said, you have to be aware of what your wife got on, be attentive, and see what she's got going on, and particularly what you like her to be in. So, no, I'm gonna tell you, for me, I can't speak for all men, but I do know I have some homies and some other friends of mine. We don't really want our wives, what I'm saying, especially when they got their natural hair. We love the natural hair. It's okay to have the sew-ins and the lace fronts and all that kind of stuff. If that's your cup of tea, cool, rock it. But I'm saying, when you got your hair and it's styled the way we like it, we want to see it, especially when it's that time. You know what I'm saying? For us to have that action. We don't want to see the slave cap. We don't want to see the little shower cap. We don't want to see.
You don't want to see the bonnet.
We don't want to see the bonnet like we see at Walmart. They be walking around with the bonnet on, and that's another reason why we don't like it, because we see it too goddamn much. Just walk around on a regular day. I don't want to see that at nighttime. Take that ish off.
Wow.
So yes, we like to see your hair natural. You can put it up, put it down, however your spouse like it, your husband like it, or whatever. How you like to. Especially if you got that exposes your neck. We get to kissing on that neck, hit all them areas and things like that. But we really don't want to see the. I actually bought my wife some wraps. It was a nice little wrap. The way she put it on, it was quite nice. I liked it. It looked really great. So that's what I'm saying. If there's something, fellas, that you like if your wife have a bonnet, like, hey, go ahead and get her a hair wrap or something that you think looks good, that it's sexy, it gives her a nice look, a different look, and help her out in that area. You know what I'm saying?
But
or
it still protects her
or have that
investment.
conversation like, hey, babe, I really like it if you wouldn't have the bonnet on when we're trying to do that. It's kind of like, you don't want to say a turn off, but it's like, it takes away from your beauty. You know what I'm saying? You're a beautiful woman. I want to see all the natural elements that make you who you are. Oh, and I'm going to say this too, like she was talking about with the fellas. I know this is, we have a tendency sometimes to have we're not the most cleanliest people. So I will say this, guys, you got to hit behind your neck. You know what I'm saying? Behind your ears and your neck, you got to hit them areas, them areas where she's going to be at. Like, definitely like here, if she's right here on your chest, you got to make sure you wash under there. You smell great under there. But I'm really about the neck and behind the ears. And especially if you wear earrings, you know what I'm saying? It gets dirty back there. So you got to make sure you clean, because if she's kissing your neck and all that, she's going to be, she's going to smell a little something. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be too pleasing to our nose. So make sure you clean up, wash them areas, some crevices, everywhere you can scrub it up, do what you gotta do. And then put on some cologne, put on a nice little some oils is really good too.
Yeah,
not only for the ladies, it's also good for the men. Right. Men, oils, your colognes, you want to smell delectable. You want to smell just like, she gonna be like, Lord have mercy. I'm telling you, women lose their mind over a good smelling man. You can look like, but if you smell good, that's a leg up right there.
Big facts. It's so true. It's so true. And guys, I know that we're talking about coming to bed, but also having a fresh haircut may help with those expectations. If you over here sending her that text message, guys, having a nice haircut will it will just add icing to the cake. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me, you know, or just a fresh edge up. Because I like when my husband grows his hair out. But, you know, maybe it's just a nice edge up. But you want to make sure that you were taking time to, you know, that you're being intentional with how you keep your body, because it's going to help set those expectations in for your bedroom. But I know we got to get ready to take a quick break. And so we'll be right back, guys, as we continue our conversation tonight about sex expectations, how you come to bed. We'll be right back.
Life is better when you are living on purpose, but many times we get stuck in the rat race and in the mundane task of our day-to-day lives, causing most to lose sight of their purpose. That's why certified life coach, inner healer, and business strategist LaFlower Bowie is here to help you get calibrated to your calling through proven systems, techniques, and resources. Order a copy of her book, Principles to Reposition, to assist you with your journey, or schedule a free clarity session to kickstart the journey. After these sessions, clients have stated they found clarity and open their eyes to things they had long forgotten. So get social and follow LaFlower on all social media platforms at LaFlower Bowie. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Hey guys, so I went to go grab one of my oil bottles. So this is one of them. Hopefully you guys can see it. As I said, you can find different vendors that sell these. Actually met a lady at a vendor event that I'm trying to find because her oils were amazing. Her replicated oils were awesome. But this is the pink sugar one. It's slightly tinted pink, but this stuff smells amazing and it will last throughout the night. I promise you. And if you wear it throughout the day, it just does amazing things. So this is definitely something that you can pick up, you know, as you, you know, just something for you to wear to bed if you want to. Now, babe, let's talk about setting those expectations. And when it comes to being on your phone, like if you didn't send these text messages and things like that, for me, it's such a turnoff for my husband to be on his phone during bedtime. It like turns off the mood because I'm like, it feels like you're not interested in me. So that's just a tip, you know, guys, or, you know, for women too. It's like you've had all day to be on your phone, but you haven't had all day to really put your undivided attention on your spouse. And so maybe, you know, put your phone down and really take the time to you know, to tune into your spouse instead of tuning into social media and stuff like that when it's your time. What you think about that?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it should be already understood when it's time for the action. When y'all showered up, lubed up, smelling good, y'all ready to actually get to the bed. That should be already understood that, you know, phones is on silent. Y'all not even worried about your phones. Y'all are looking into each other's eyes. Y'all focus on each other. And it's about y'all. You know, it should be already understood. But I do understand that some people are super busy, which I don't even know if you've already established that time for y'all to come together while they are answering calls or on a meeting or answering a texting. I mean, that is a little disrespectful to me in my eyes. And I'd be like, dude, like, you know, this should be about us. But I mean, I understand. You know, you got to handle your business, but at the same point, this is our business. We need to be handling this 100% focused.
100% focused. So yeah, guys, definitely. So tonight we've been talking about expectations, how you come to bed, and how you come to bed definitely helps with what goes down while you in bed, right? So we talked about making sure that you are washed up. I know that it's so elementary, but hey, some people don't know. We talked about making sure you're looking good, smelling good, being intentional with some of those things so that you can help set the expectation with your spouse. Because one thing that what I found with ourselves and with other couples is that we go all above and beyond when we first get together, right? When you dating, when you're all of that stuff, when you get engaged, you will do all of those things. Like you like, girl, I ain't worried about this hair. He gonna give me, he gonna give me some new hair. I'm just gonna buy some, all of that stuff. But when you get in the game for a while, we become complacent. We become a little lazy. If I could just be honest, because we about to be 10 years married in a few months. And it's like, I can see some phases in our relationship where we was just going through the motions. Right, man?
Yeah, for sure. Especially when it comes to lovemaking and to the expectations. You can't get lost in the sauce, especially if you got kids, you got work, you're super busy. So it's going to happen. And I'm not saying that you're absolutely wrong. You're by yourselves. It happens to majority. It happens to majority of couples. Everybody has gone through that. So it's a thing about you kind of lose yourself, lose the sexy time, you lose all focus on that. The thing is to get back to that.
Right.
And how to get focused, reline to back to you guys. Because y'all are initially what got the relationship going.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure, like she's saying, when y'all first dating, y'all was knocking boots 2-3 times a day. Who knows?
We talk about
4 or 5 times. But I'm talking about after a while, you kind of lose interest. Not interest in the person, but it's just how the dynamics
there's so
of the
many
relationship
different factors that you have to include. Like you said, children, maybe changing jobs, maybe you've upgraded your lifestyle. So now you got to work harder to maintain that lifestyle that now you're able to live. You've got, maybe you bought a house or multiple cars, things like that, or you've had more children, which has taken away some of that time. But guys, I challenge you to still be intentional with how you come to bed with your spouse. Even if they didn't send you that text message, even if they didn't tap you on your shoulder, still be intentional with how you come to bed, because it's vital to your relationship. It's vital because I know guys like shiny things that look good. They like shiny things that look good. Not calling y'all simple or nothing, but y'all like shiny things that look good. And so, ladies, if you go so long without being shiny to him and looking good, you don't want his eyes to go on the next IG model, or his eyes to go over here to his coworker who, comes to work very well put together.
Smelling good.
Got
that red lipstick on, them lips popping.
All of that, you want to be so intentional. And so we're going to have another show on sexpectations, just your everyday life. You want to be intentional with your spouse, because there's a lot of competition out there. And let me talk to my ladies for a moment. Men have so many choices right now. Men have so many choices, right? Men have choices. And us women, we are trying to be troves. We're trying just to, we are not the prize. Just like so many of us think that we are the prize, when in reality, the man is the prize, because the ratio it's just flat out numbers. It's just math. There's so many more single women out there than there are single men. Right. And so, ladies, once we get in our heads that we are not the prize, right? Once we realize that we don't choose, we get chosen. The Bible says a man who finds a wife, that means he decides to pick that wife. The Bible doesn't say a woman who finds a husband. So that lets you know you are not the prize, right? You get chose. And so when we think about that mindset, we realize that we have, as women, especially now, we have to be even more intentional in how we move in our relationships, because I guarantee you there is another woman who is ready, willing to take your spot and to do the things that you are flat out saying that you won't do. And that could be cooking, that could be cleaning, that could be stuff in the bedroom. Who knows? But there's another woman who's been single long enough where she didn't pray to God and say, you know what, God, when you send me that man, I'm going to handle up. I'm going to do what I have to do. But so many of us women, we have this mindset that we are the prize, right? That we are, we are each other's trophy. Iron sharpens iron. But when us women get in our head that we are not the prize. And what I mean by prize, that means that when you think that you are a prize, that means that you can just sit there. That means that you can just sit there, look pretty, and do nothing. And he's always going to, look at you as you are the prize, always look at you as you are on this pedestal. But ladies, that's not true. Just look at the numbers. So my single ladies and my married ladies right now, my ladies who are engaged in relationships, realize that we are not the prize, that we have to be chose, right? Men are the one that's choosing. It's almost like when we used to play, I'm about to get off my soapbox, baby. I'm sorry. But it's just in my spirit to just say this tonight. It's just like when we were in school and, in elementary school, and we would play games and stuff like that. And you would have the captains on the team picking people. And you would have I feel you, Lisa, but you would have the captain on the team picking people, right? And you would be, all of us women are sitting there standing in line, right? We standing in line waiting to get chose, right? The captain is the one who's in charge, right? So when the man picks we're not the prize. Yeah, we get chosen, but we're not the prize. At least it's more like the mindset that so many of us have, like, oh, my ish don't stink. Oh, just because I'm pretty in my 20s and my 30s, I'm going to look this way. But y'all know that when you start hitting those late 30s, those 40s, those 50s, things are going south. You can't move like you used to. You don't have those Meg Thee Stallion knees like you used to. You can't, stuff just change. And so that's why us women, we have to adjust our mindset, because we will lose the person who chose us, because we sitting here thinking that we the prize and we don't have to do nothing to keep in his mindset that he needs to continue to choose us.
For sure.
Yes, you are, Lisa.
My wife just spoke a lot.
My bad.
But I will say this, fellas, that doesn't give you to right to mistreat and not put your best foot forward, because you quote unquote have options, especially when you have you found you a good woman that is fit, feminine, and she's going along with what you got going on, and you don't want to abuse that. And so it's like it's a great thing when you can communicate, talk about things, and like she's saying, you know what I'm saying, you have a responsibility to support and take care of that woman, especially when she has submitted herself to your authority. You know what I'm saying? I know this is like a whole nother episode, another topic that we have to talk about, but she's definitely right about that. But I'm gonna get back to sex expectations with fellas. Just like you want your wife or your spouse to come to the bedroom looking good, she's got them cheeky panties, that certain color, them snaps, them zip. For you fellas, you got to look the part.
Please don't come to bed in no dirty white beater. Please,
man, you can't come in with some holy stuff. You can't come in with the college shirt. You've been out of college for 25 years. You still got that college T-shirt that says the Q Alpha, whatever it was you was part of, and the letters is missing. And think you about to get some action. Like, no, you're going to have to stay on top of your stuff too. Get you some new drawers, get you some new shirts, some tees, some tanks. Look the part. Just like you want her to look set. Find out what she likes. Hey, fellas, I'm going to be honest. You might have one that be like, hey, babe, not only do I want to wear a thong, but I might want you in a thong a time or two. No. So I'm like, hold on, let's talk about it. But I'm just saying, you got to be open to what she wants and what she likes. It's a two-way street. Right. How you feel is she looking like just, damn, she looking good. And you just like, hey, let's go. And you got holes on your drawers. She, hold on, brother. Time out. Hold on. Right. You need to go back in that bathroom or back in that drawer and find something else on, brother.
That's so true, babe. Throw that old stuff away, y'all. Throw it out. If he got holes in it, If it's
ladies, help your men out, because you know we don't buy draws sometimes. Help us out.
Right. Get him some those Versace underwear, guys. They feel amazing. You can get them online. You can get them at so many different places. Oh, they feel so good, so good. But yeah, it's so many different ways for you to for men to come to bed being intentional, right? Be intentional. That's what's a nice episode when it comes to how you come to bed. Be intentional when you come to bed. Be intentional, like, hey, I'm not taking this person for granted. I'm not taking this relationship for granted. I appreciate you, and I want to show my appreciation with how I present myself to you, during the time where we can be intimate together. So that's so very important. But I know we got to switch over. We're going to pivot and switch to our ace metaphor questions. Now, y'all, if y'all haven't shared the broadcast tonight, definitely share it now. Y'all know it goes down when we jump into our ace metaphor questions. I know I need a refill. Don't judge me. I'm going tomorrow.
Oh, I also say, before we talk about with the expectations, I'm saying also set the mood. You know what I'm saying? If you got, and this is sort of your cases like you got with your candles, right? You even got some Luther playing, whatever your choice is. You got to set the mood right. You know what I'm saying? So that's all part of the process too. You want it to be enjoyable for everybody. I wanted to say that.
All right. Thank you, baby. All right, guys. So our debate question for tonight is, first question says, a couple is staying in the relationship because of the kids. Is this noble or foolish? A couple is staying in the relationship because of the kids.
People been doing that.
Is it noble or is it foolish?
People been doing that since the beginning of like relationships, to be honest with you. That ain't nothing new. People have lost that love and that lust for each other for whatever reason. I do feel like it is foolish, because at the end of the day, once them kids get grown and they leave that house and it's just you two, it's just a recipe for disaster. Y'all gonna end up splitting up anyway. So you're gonna have grown ass kids wondering why their parents, at their old tender age of old, have decided to split up and part ways.
Right. And like, I think Lisa brought up a good point. The kids already know y'all don't like each other. Like, Marcus and I have, we interact with different couples, and even our kids, because our kids see how we interact together, they like, man, my parents really love each other. They really enjoy each other's vibes, as we say right now, right? And so even our kids can say, man, I already knew they was gonna break up. Like, they were not vibing together. They wouldn't touch each other. They don't laugh with each other. They don't play games. And so your kids know. Your kids always know when y'all just doing it for financial purposes, or you saying you're doing it for the kids.
Please don't think your kids are stupid. Like, they're ignorant to what's going on. Even though y'all sit there, and I know a lot of couples that was us that say, oh, I don't argue or fight in front of my kids. That's great. But I promise you, they're going to know there's tension in between you two. How y'all respond, how y'all talk to each other, how y'all not talking to each other. Kids feed off of that. Even though they may not see or hear you guys argue, They see the response and the repercussions of the argument, and they're going to put two and two together.
They know. And it is vital. And for my ladies, I'm huge on this. It's vital for your kids to see you in a healthy relationship. It's vital for your kids to see how a man and a woman should interact. They should see the different roles in the relationship and stuff like that. And so it's better for your kids to see you happy with someone else than for your kids to grow up in a dysfunctional home where there's a toxic home, where there's no love. There's no kissing, there's no hugging, there's no dancing, there's no music. Y'all just two people living in a house, not interacting with each other. And it's not cool for your kids. You're setting up, you're not putting them in a great environment.
Kids gonna grow up resenting y'all.
They know. All right, guys. Next one. So you're dating a person. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. You're dating a person and they say they want to wait until marriage to have sex. How would you respond? So again, you're dating a person and they say they want to wait until marriage to have sex. How would you respond?
Well, since we all Christians on here and we all go by what the Bible says, we wouldn't have a problem with that, now would we? And then reality kick in.
You get cheated on. No, real talk. if Marcus would have told me he didn't want to be intimate until we got married, I would have respected that. But I would have been like, I need to at least see some things. Like, I want to make sure that you are who you say you are, because y'all know we live in a world where things and people change. I'll put it like that. I want to know, are you diseased? Is that why you tell him, or is that why you telling me you don't want, I just want to know. I just want to know personally.
Do you want to sample the goods before you actually put an investment in? That's the whole thing. Do you want to try the goods out before you making an investment for the long term? So the thing is, do you want to find out if the juice is worth the squeeze?
Lisa said you don't want to be cockfish.
Did she say cockfish?
She did. And Tiffany on our other
feed, but you know what?
That it, hold on, you see what Tiffany said that. Hey, Tiffany. Tiffany said the noble thing would be to wait, but she said she would like a test drive, at least a test drive.
But my thing is this: if you're already, let's say in theory, if you're already a virgin and you're saving yourself, you wouldn't know if the sex was bad or good. It's That's like true. When you have that sexual experience with that person, it's going to be electric for you anyway, because one, you have no expectations. You've never done it before. You don't even know what it looks like. So in theory, that's what the whole process of being a virgin is. Your experience, your first time experience is supposed to be just elated and joyful. You wouldn't be able to compare it to Lester and Earl down the street that you had sex with.
Did you say Lester and Earl?
I need something like, you wouldn't know if that's your first experience, sexual experience.
Right. But
with your husband, in theory, you wouldn't know the difference between him, Larry, Eric, and David if that's your first time having sex. Let's just be honest. Let's be real about it. And that's biblical based. That's how God is. We are not supposed to compare vaginas and cocks to different other people, because you're supposed to be focused on the one person that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with. That's it. Right. There's no comparison.
Right. And there are other forms of intimacy. I definitely agree with that there's other ways for you to connect with someone on a deeper level than to just flat out and do the horizontal polka, as my husband calls it sometimes.
We already know mental stimulation, intimacy mentally is a lot deeper than the physical. Because once you got this up here, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's how I fell in love with my husband. It wasn't because of the intimacy. It was before any of that ever happened. He touched me on a level that I couldn't even explain.
That's how you can be with people that you may not physically be attractive to, but once you got to know them and started talking to them and intellectually, they just like stimulated and they just making you just bust one up here mentally. You like, Lord, just imagine when we get to the bedroom.
Come get Marcus. All right, next debate question, y'all. Here we go. Next question. After having amazing intimate time with your significant other, they ask if it's the best you've ever had, would you tell them the truth or a lie? So after having amazing intimate time with your significant other, they ask, is it the best you've ever had? Would you lie or tell the truth? Explain.
Well, you already said, the question said, it already said it was amazing. So it wasn't like it was terrible. It wasn't that it was good. It was amazing. So it was above average sexual experience. So, I mean, I wouldn't lie. I mean, but like I said, in a perfect world, you wouldn't know. But if you've had multiple partners, I mean, and it says this is your spouse.
No, your significant other.
Your significant other. So let's just say it's your husband or your wife. And, I guess this is kind of early on in y'all relationship where y'all doing a do, and she or he asked you like, that was amazing. Whoo, was that the best for you ever had? I'd be like, girl, you had my eyes rolling back in my head, girl. I ain't never had that before.
Oh, so that's how you would go, really?
No, but if this is a person that you're gonna be with, this is your boo, then I mean, hey, let's be transparent. If the sex was amazing, but it wasn't the best you ever had, there's always an opportunity to get better. But in that moment, if they're asking you, because obviously if they're asking, they thought it was spectacular. So they're just asking you to see if you thought it was just as good as they thought.
Right.
So I would probably say, yeah, it was amazing. But also, too, you look at it, if you lie, it's not going to get better because they're going to stay there. They're not going to try to elevate. You know what I'm saying? They can take it two ways. Either they're going to get better or they're going to be like, you just asking too much. You doing too much.
Interesting. All right, guys. So our last card for tonight, okay? This debate question says, your partner has yet to post you on social media.
Oh, I know the ladies.
But they post about their job, dog,
the ladies
and
gonna
family.
Trip out. The ladies gonna
Would
trip.
this bother you?
The ladies will spaz out.
Your partner has yet to post you on social media, but yet they post about their job, their pets, and their family. Would this bother you? So it's not like they're not active on social media. They active. They just ain't posted you.
Fellas, we really don't, that wouldn't bother us if our wife was posting her dog, her coffee, what she had, her outfit, her shoes, the dog. We don't care. But the ladies, let us be in a relationship and we didn't post everything but her. Oh, she gonna spaz out and she gonna let you know.
Well, I think that there should be some type of acknowledgement because of the massive role that social media plays in so much of most of our lives these days. So I know some people just not on social media, but if this guy is on social media, guys, I think that, or if this person is on social media, there should be some type of acknowledgement of this relationship. And I think it should come from him and not just me posting and tagging you in it. I want you to initiate that.
Tag me.
Yeah, I don't want to tag you in it. I want you to initiate the post because that lets me know that you're cool with reminding or sharing with the world our beautiful relationship. That's just me.
I will say that is kind of shady. I would feel a certain type of way if I'm with somebody. I've been with somebody for, say, 6 months. And since we've been together, they've posted, let's say, 100 times. And never one of them posts have been about our relationship or me.
Right.
Then, yeah, that would be an issue. Especially if I've seen in their past, they've posted about other relationships, other people, but they won't post about me. That should let you know either they're not serious about you or they have some apprehension about your relationship. They're not all 100% invested in. Especially if you posted about it, but they haven't.
I don't know. And then another thing is like, I know this one is not a part of the topic, but what if their status remains single and y'all have been together for 6 months? Would you be cool with that? Would you be cool if they didn't update their social media relationship? Would you be cool if they just stayed single or they moved it from single to it's complicated? Like they never officially recognized the relationship.
Hell yeah, you ladies are gonna have an issue with that. I mean, that's just, at some point y'all want a title. You want to move from just the chick to the girlfriend to like, I need a title. Like, we need a title. What are we doing?
Like, are we together? Are we not together?
Like, what are we doing? Are we wasting my time? Am I wasting my time? Because I can go on and do what I need to do, make this move.
Right.
Are we making this official tissue? But I can tell you, if y'all sitting up here dating, somebody's up here with their status as single, it ain't what you think it is. That ain't no real relationship.
Right, because when you found your person or when you in a good relationship, most people would want to tell the world about it.
Somebody's getting their DMs is getting slid into.
Right, you want to keep those extracurricular DMs going. That's why you keep your status on single. I don't know, y'all. That's a tough one. But for me, I need you to post some. I would need you to make some type of acknowledgement of our relationship, even if you don't tag me in it. But there's some type of picture of the two of us. Because you can post your mama, you can post your daddy, you can post your cousins, your dog, your play sister.
But what if you got like so you say like, hey, can you post? So like I said,
I'm not gonna tell you to post. Hell
no, you gonna mention because it's like
no.
Then what's the whole point?
He should already be doing that.
But what if he hasn't? I'm just saying, okay, say for hypotheticals. I'm just saying, you say, hey, babe, we together. I noticed that you haven't posted. You posted about work. You went out of time. You posted this, or you posted that, but you haven't posted about us. And he's like, oh, okay. But he post some stuff, but he got like a picture of y'all out together with no caption, nothing, and that's it. Just one post. You gonna be cool with that?
No.
But he said, I posted it. I posted it.
Then I would ask him, like, what's the problem? Like,
I posted.
Like,
check.
Like, I want to be yours in the light and the dark, like that old school song used to say back in the 90s. You know, don't just come over here and, you know, we good when it's just two of us, but you ashamed of me, or you can't acknowledge our relationship out in public. It's like that would be a problem for me personally.
For sure.
I think it should be a problem for men too, because I know it's a whole lot of women out there that y'all think y'all dating, but y'all really not dating. Y'all not even together. She's just using you, baby. And so that should be a problem for you too. Like, I don't think this is just you know, a man or a woman thing. I think it's a you know, an acknowledgement of relationship kind of thing. So
put a label on.
Put a label on it. All right, y'all. Well, tonight we have talked about so much. We have gone through sexpectations and how you come to bed. We then jumped into some of our ace metaphor debate relationship questions or relationship debate questions. So we didn't have a good time with y'all tonight. We appreciate y'all hanging with us tonight. This hour has gone by so freaking fast. Oh my gosh.
Yes, it has.
Right?
It's been nothing but fun.
It's been fun chilling with my boo thing. All right, with my favorite guy, as I like to call him. But you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, remember to never settle.
Hey, always take it to the next level. Until next time, peace.
Good night, guys.